Almost the entire appeal of Summer League basketball in the NBA is to watch the young upcoming rookies that were just drafted get their first taste of competition at the next level. The excitement around the games is typically reliant upon whether or not a top pick is playing in the game. While all the eyes are usually on the bigger names though, there are always very talented players that fly under the radar in these games, working their asses off just to get a chance. Summer League is a great outlet for players to show off their game to scouts from not only the NBA teams, but G League teams and overseas teams as well. The end goal is usually always to eventually get a shot at the NBA, but sometimes the road to get there takes a few years playing abroad or in the G League first. In today's video, I will be discussing a player by the name of Christian Wood, who absolutely dominated the Summer League this season and is someone that I believe could be a very good role player on an NBA team if given the opportunity. Before I begin though, make sure to subscribe to the channel as all support is very much appreciated. Now with that being said, let's get right into it. Christian Wood declared for the NBA draft in 2015 after playing 2 seasons of college basketball at UNLV. In his sophomore season, he averaged 15.7 points, 10 rebounds, and 2.7 blocks per game while shooting 49.7% from the field, which is a solid stat line for a big man. He was a solid rebounder and shot blocker, and his 6'11" height and 7'3" wingspan helped his case as someone who could potentially translate that production on the defensive end at the NBA level as well. Unfortunately, when the NBA draft came around in 2015, he went undrafted. Worries about his thin frame, incredibly raw offensive skills, and unreliable jump shot held him back, but this only marked the beginning of his basketball journey. That summer, he got picked up by the Sixers during the final season of their intentional tank that became so controversial throughout the league. The Sixers were known for signing players that were fringe NBA players and giving them a shot, which is exactly what Wood was. Yet even on this team, he really never got an actual chance to show what he could do on a nightly basis. During his rookie season, he only played 17 games, and playing only 8.5 minutes per game in those games. Not even an entire quarter's worth of minutes is essentially garbage time for a team that only won 10 games that season. Typically, if you don't get your shot on a bottom-feeding team with very little talent, there's very little chance that you will get your chance elsewhere. But Wood kept pushing and kept working hard and got picked up by the Charlotte Hornets for his second season in 2016. Hoping for a chance to be given to him in a new environment ready to start fresh, once again he was never really given a legitimate shot. He once again rode the bench and only played 13 games with the Hornets that season. Now, I just want to give some context here and say that Wood was playing in the G League for most of these seasons, so he was playing in games on a consistent basis. It was just not at the NBA level, where he was watching from the sideline. His G League numbers were impressive too during these 2 seasons, averaging about 18 points, 10 rebounds, and 2 blocks per game in those years, but nothing significant. When his 3rd season as a pro came around, he was never picked up by an NBA team and spent the entire year playing with the Delaware 87ers, which are the Sixers' G League affiliate. This was the season that Wood took his game to the next level and started to carve out a serious path towards being on an NBA team down the line. That season in the G League, he averaged 23.3 points, 10.4 rebounds, and 1.8 blocks per game, while shooting 54.1% from the field and 32.1% from 3 on 3.5 attempts per game. He was named a G League All-Star and second-team All-NBA G League, getting officially recognized as one of the best players the G League had to offer. Now that you know his path and how he got to where he is now, we get to talk about his performance in the Summer League this summer and how he absolutely dominated the competition on a nightly basis, showing why he can be a solid NBA player. For this year's Summer League, he was picked up by the Milwaukee Bucks, and his dominance started right away. He played 5 games in the Summer League, and in those games, he averaged 20.8 points, 10.8 rebounds, and 2.8 blocks. Those are massive numbers for a league focused mostly on giving multiple players a shot to show off their abilities while also playing the games with only 10-minute quarters instead of the normal 12-minute quarters. He was finally able to put everything in his game together, and he looked more like an experienced NBA player trying to hone his skills than a player trying to prove himself worthy of a shot in the NBA. He absolutely dominated the glass, getting himself in perfect position to contest for boards on a constant basis, which is something he has improved on a ton. Additionally, his three-point jumper was falling, which made it even more difficult to stop him. Wood is a naturally very athletic player who plays above the rim. He's a pick-and-roll threat, he can throw down lobs if you throw it up to him, and his second burst after grabbing an offensive rebound is one of his best attributes. He looks to dunk everything, and goes up strong when he finishes. Even his handle is a useful tool for him at the center position, which also proved to be too tough to stop for other centers on defense trying to keep him in front of them. When the Summer League season ended, he was named First Team All-Summer League as one of the very best players from the summer, along with some names that you will definitely recognize. The other four names on the first team were Wendell Carter, Kevin Knox, Josh Hart, and Colin Sexton, three of which being lottery picks, and all four of them being first-round picks. Now, by no means am I saying that Christian Wood is a future star in this league, because that's just unrealistic. He's a G League journeyman who has yet to play consistent minutes in the NBA. What I am saying, however, is that Wood can most definitely improve a team's second unit in the league, and his skill set is exactly what the modern NBA is looking for nowadays. Whether it be for the Bucks or another team that came away impressed with his performance, he deserves a legitimate shot, because the work he has put into improving his game shows that he has the work ethic and mindset needed to last in the best basketball league in the world. And with that being said, that's all I have for you. Thank you so much for watching, and make sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel. New videos come every week, so stay tuned for that. And with that being said, I'll see you next video.